So in this video, I'm going to be talking about, is qualification and experience necessary to get into business and to be successful? So if you don't know who I am a founder of a healthcare investment company based in UAE. And in the last 2.5 years, I have been involved in multi-million dollar deals, including a $3.5 million transaction, a $10 million transaction, a $25 million transaction, a $120 million transaction, and a $140 million transactions. So those are the types of deals that I have worked on, negotiated, and been exposed to. And I'm just 29 years of age, and I didn't finish college, and I dropped out of college and started a business. Okay, and in the last couple of years, I've done over 46 training programs, seminar on various subjects. So in this video, I'm going to be talking about, is qualification and experience necessary for success? Do you need to be qualified? Do you need to have a degree? And the answer is no. Qualification, you need somebody qualified on your team in that particular aspect of the business, but it doesn't have to be you. You need somebody who has the experience for what you're doing in the business, but again, it doesn't have to be you. And you can still keep majority of the shares even after you bring experienced and qualified people on your team. So that's really the lesson that I learned over the years. When we go to school, when I went to school, I was always told the same narrative in every grade that I went to, every class that I graduated. I was told the same thing. Prithvi, you must get a degree. You must get good grades. You must go to good college. You must get a good degree. And then you must get a good job. And that's the recipe for success. And hence, to get good grades, you need to study, you need to do all this homework, and you need to do all of this stuff. And I was like, I don't want to do the homework, man. I don't care what you think. So really, when I grew up, that narrative was still running my life. I was still thinking, oh, I don't have a degree. Oh, I'm not experienced. Oh, I'm young. But the truth is far from that narrative. In fact, if you study billionaires, most of them are not educated. I met this man who was worth 500 million pounds. I met him personally, who did not even finish school. And I have met many individuals. I know of many individuals in UAE who built billion-dollar companies, and they did not have qualification, they did not have experience, and they did not come from rich backgrounds. So how does this all work? Here is how it works. To start a company and be successful in business, you need qualifications, you need experience, and you need financing. You need these three things. They are not entirely wrong, but it doesn't have to be yours. You need these three things. You need someone financially qualified who is trained in IFRS, which is International Financial Reporting Standards. So you need someone licensed, financial professional on your board, on your team. You need a legal lawyer who is, a highly experienced and highly qualified. You need an industry expert, which is highly experienced, highly qualified. And you need an experienced accountant who is highly experienced and highly qualified. In fact, from the top firms, you need them. But it doesn't have to be you. It doesn't have to be you. Do you need money to start a business? Yes, you need money to start a business, but it doesn't have to be yours. It doesn't have to come from your pocket. It has to come from somebody's pocket. Legitimately, legally, structuring it properly, okay? This is not something that you do without legitimacy. You need to have all the necessary documents and you need to have proper advice before you raise money. But you can do all of this without having degree, without having qualifications, without having experience. Because if you sit down right now and if you write down all aspects of business, marketing, sales, negotiation, leadership, management, law, finance, accounting. I'm in healthcare, so healthcare, especially healthcare, finance, law, you need at least, 8-9 years to become a doctor, to be an industry expert, and another 15 years of experience to be extremely qualified and understand how the business works. If you want to be a financial professional, you have to have a whole base that takes probably 5-6 years to gain, having a mastery in finance, just the, foundation. And then on top, few decades of experience of deals, actually applying what you learned. And then even law, it takes, 5 to 8 years to become a lawyer. And same thing with accounting. How are you possibly going to have the time to learn all of this? It's just impossible to have all the degrees. So, but how long does it take to structure a partnership with someone like that? 1 hour. Think about this. You have someone who spent the money, went to the top school, fought for the position in a company, worked for 30 years, gained all of this experience, and in 1 hour, you structured a business partnership with them, and they're on your team, and you have access to all of that experience. Same thing with law, same thing with any of the aspects, any of the pillars that I mentioned about business. You can have it on your team and you have it covered. Similarly with financing, there is tons and tons of money available. You have a good business venture that's legitimate, that's legal, that has proper feasibility, you're positioned properly, you have the right experience on the board, you'll get the money. So it doesn't take you to be qualified, you to be experienced, and you to have money. But you need qualified people, you need experienced people, and you need capital. But it, again, doesn't have to be yours. Okay, you don't have to know how to stitch clothes to wear a nice piece of clothing. You are leveraging other people's skills and experience all day long. When you go to eat a restaurant, even though you don't know how to cook, you are having the food. You don't know how to stitch a clothing, but you're wearing a nice piece of cloth. Why can't you build a business that's, worked at by someone else? Why can't you leverage other people's talents, other people's experience and capital? It's already there. They have put in the work. They want to be partners with you. They want to benefit from the vision that you're creating. All you need is leadership skills. If you have leadership skills, you can play in the whole orchestra. In fact, I think Wozniak told Steve Jobs, he asked Steve Jobs, what do you do? You're not an expert in technology, okay? You're not an engineer. You don't know how to build a phone. You know nothing about engineering. You're a college dropout. What do you do? And Steve Jobs replied, I'm the head of the orchestra. I'm the visionary. So you can be the visionary and you can have skilled people under you. Same thing with Elon Musk. I don't think he got a degree in building rockets, but is he building rockets? Yes. How? Did he sit out and read a bunch of books? Probably he read some books, but mainly he has got experts who have experience in working in NASA and working for the governments, and he hired those people, and he got those people together, and he created this cocktail of synergies between them, and he gave their talents, their experience, direction. He created a vision for what he wanted, and he created, the gaps that he had, the skill gaps, the experience gaps, the qualification gaps that he had, and he brought those people together. Maybe he wanted to raise capital, so he got a financial expert who was experienced in raising capital. He wanted to take his company public. He probably hired Goldman Sachs to advise him. Nobody is expecting you to start and build your company from scratch on your own. And it's stupid to do that. You need these highly professional, highly skilled, highly experienced individuals, and the odds of success go really high, because you will avoid the mistakes that they have seen people make in their careers, and you can leverage their experience. I have understood so much about law from my legal directors that are there in my company. I have understood so much, such invaluable lessons in finance, corporate governance, leadership, negotiation from individuals. I mean, individuals in my company that advise me. Anytime I'm confronted with a legal issue, I just pick up the phone and have a conversation with my lawyer. If I have any issue related to finance, I just pick up the phone and I get in touch with them, and they advise me. And I got together, a CEO of a $3.5 billion company to be my chairman and my business partner. I got a lawyer who advised on a $13 billion transaction to be our legal director and my business partner. I got a former CFO of a $400 million company to be my business partner. I got accountants from Big Four accounting firm, retired senior partners from top accounting firms to be my business partner. And I got 2 healthcare CEOs with 30 years of experience in managing healthcare companies to advise me. I mean, imagine having these types of individuals on your team before you start the venture. And I got them by structuring a partnership, not paying a salary. So it was no money out of my pocket. I did it with no money of my own. Now, I was going out to nice places to have lunches and dinners with these individuals, and there I was paying the bill, and I was wearing a nice suit and driving a car and all of those things. But apart from those expenses, I didn't, invest a serious amount of money in the company. I was paying my bills. So, that's the amount of money that I spent to have these individuals together, to have them work in a partnership and synergy. And now I'm in a position to be exposed to these multi-million-dollar deals. So the bottom line is, for the third, fourth time, I think that you don't need qualifications, you don't need experience. You need to leverage other people's qualifications and other people's experience. You just need to learn how to get them together. You need to learn how to lead them, direct them, guide them, and access their talents and create the synergy to fulfill the vision that you create. So if you're someone who's interested to getting the business, to make your dreams a reality, to get involved in doing multi-million-dollar business acquisitions, I offer a mentorship program. So if you're interested in that, send me an email or send me a message on Instagram, and I'll be in touch soon. So I'll talk to you. And if you haven't hit the subscribe button, hit that subscribe button. I upload one video every day, and it's fully value packed. These are lessons that took me years and years and a lot of money to learn from various mentors, and a lot of it has come from my personal experience. So, hit that subscribe button, and I'll talk to you soon.